Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Iris, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the double standards I've noticed in Hollywood.
Oh, you fancy, huh? Let me see your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about some double standards in Hollywood. So something I've noticed is like the hate for women is like disproportionate to the hate for men. This idea was brought on by the whole Rachel Zegler controversy, but I think I'm going to talk about her last in this video. I'm going to talk about some of the like other things I've noticed. So first I'm going to start out with like things I had a positive response to, like had like a positive response in the media. So first I'm going to be talking about Jacob Elordi hating the kissing booth. He said, and I quote, "I didn't want to make those movies before I made those movies." He said, so first off, this is a quote that he directly said, "I didn't want to make those movies before I made the movies. Those movies are ridiculous." And it's like, imagine if Scarlett Johansson came out and said, "I didn't want to make any of the Black Widow movies, any Marvel movies, they made me do that." Imagine the backlash that lady would get. No, listen, let's change this. Imagine if Joey King said she didn't want to make those movies. Imagine the backlash. They call her an ungrateful actress. They said that she was horrible. They said she didn't deserve it. But because Jacob Elordi said it, there was like no backlash at all. He literally said that he did those movies because he needed a job. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you're an actress, like I want to be an actress right now. If I got any type of opportunities, I take it like in a heartbeat. But the fact that he was able to say that he didn't want to do that. Imagine Joey King said that. And then Rachel Zegler was like, "I'm going to get back to her." But she was like, "I didn't really like Snow White. And here I am. I tried out for Snow White and I got it." And I was like, "I still didn't like it." Like, that's fine. She wanted a job. I don't understand the hate between it. But I'm going to get back to that. Also, when Jacob Elordi said that, he didn't get no hate. I didn't see no type of hate, no compilation videos of him being unbearable. Everyone just sort of laughed and agreed because those movies are for like teen and preteen girls. So, next, I'm going to be talking about Robert Pattinson. So, I know him as Batman because I didn't watch Twilight. But when I was like doing research, well, no one was doing research, but like I watched Batman because Batman's my favorite superhero. When I was like looking at those videos, it was like, oh, finally he has something he's happy to sit here and promote. And so I did some research. It's like, oh, he didn't like Twilight. So I like go on YouTube and type in Robert Pattinson hates Twilight. And like all the comments would be like, the best part about Twilight is that the fact that Robert Pattinson hates it. And it's like, why is he getting so much praise and hate for hating his movie franchise? Like, I don't understand why he got so much love for that. Okay, so next is Joaquin Phoenix and Jimmy Fallon. It could have been Jimmy Kimmel interview. I feel like that whole interview was like sort of awkward. And I feel like it's just because I can't remember which Jimmy it was. So I'm just going to say Jimmy and Joaquin that had like different types of sense of humor. So like the interview, it didn't really flow that well, I feel like. And it's like, where are his hate comments for having dry humor, I feel like? Because Brie Larson got attacked to no end. I would never forgive the internet. Because I remember I was like, when the hate for her was going on, that's when I first got into Marvel. I was like, why does everybody hate this girl? So I like watched her interview. I'm going to get to her too. It's like, oh, okay, so why y'all hating on her? But Joaquin Phoenix did the same thing with one of the Jimmys. It's like, where is the hate for him? I'm not even saying that the dude deserved hate because he just had a different sense of humor. It's like, why did he get crucified to no end and she did? I don't understand the difference. So like, what happened? So next is, I don't know if this is even comparable because of like how like it was like a collective, but I'm going to talk about how the Riverdale cast hates Riverdale. There are so many compilations of Lily Reinhart and Cole Sprouse making it so obvious that they hate that show. I feel like Lily said at some point that she hated the show like out loud before the show ended. I feel like this one is sort of like uncomparable because everyone agrees that Riverdale is pretty bad at this point. So maybe that's why like Lily isn't getting hate. I'm not saying she should get hate or Cole Sprouse should get hate because the show like it is ridiculous. I saw like they did like they did a musical. They did a bunch of musical episodes.
And I did Candy Store from Heathers. And I am a theater nerd. And I was like, wow, if I wrote Heathers, I'd have them sued and have this taken off the internet.
I just don't understand why it was okay for them to come out and say they didn't like the show. But Rachel Zegler got attacked to no end for that. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about negative responses from the public. So all of these sort of like mirror each other, I feel like. That's why I like wrote it out like this. So back on this Riverdale thing. Y'all remember back in 2020 where there were like a bunch of protests for like George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, and a bunch of Hollywood was like talking about like the injustices they faced, like a bunch of Black Hollywood, like Candace Penn. I don't think she like ever came out and said anything, but like her fans like made it obvious known that she was being attacked. I should talk about racism in the Arrowverse. That's what I'm gonna do one day. But right now, I'm talking about Vanessa Morgan from Riverdale. She came out and said, I'm paid significantly less than everybody else. And that lady got hit with hate. They were like, you're not as important to the show as everybody else. That's why you're not up there. It has nothing to do with your race. And it's like, she's been on the show since like season 3. It had like 7 seasons. Why is she getting paid less if she was one of the main characters? I don't understand. I don't know like how her contract was like negotiated and all that compared to everybody else's. But I feel like if she it had to be like a significant amount for her to sit here and talk about it. I don't understand why she was met with so much hate. But what was them SAG-AFTRA what was them protests about? Exactly that, not getting paid enough. But I'm going to talk about it later in the video because I got a point about that. Okay, so this is going back to that Joaquin Phoenix thing. I don't understand why Brie Larson was attacked on the internet. Were they talking about her Wired question interview? Because if so, it was like she just has like a drier humor. She's like, I don't think that made her unlikable. I think her personality sort of clashed with the other actors, but you couldn't see it on screen, so it didn't really matter. And there's like compilations like the Marvel cast hates Brie Larson being unlikable, and all the comments are just hate comments filled with like that. And I don't understand why she got so much hate. She's not like she was racist or something. She didn't say anything racist. She was just joking around with a question. It was like, I remember this one question where she was like, did you assume something about me or something like that? And it's like, it was so obvious that lady was joking. Yeah, the whole comment section is like, why is she so rude? She's so unlikable. Women aren't funny, blah, blah, blah. It's like, where did this come from? Because she didn't even do anything. And I just don't understand what she did to warrant any of this. Like, even then, like, I remember back in 2020, that's when I was like, I'm going to sit here and watch Captain Marvel. I want to see, like, why everybody I this movie and stuff. I don't think they hated it. I know some people did hate it, but I liked Captain Marvel. I watched the Marvels, like, this can't be the same Brie Larson that they were literally attacking. This is such a great movie. I don't understand what that lady did. Also, another double standard I noticed. Y'all remember back, like, 2020, 2021, or like 20, I don't remember all these years. Y'all remember back when Chris Pratt was getting hate because he went to like a homophobic church or something like that? I don't know. I don't remember what the hate was. I think the problem was that just that he's a Christian. It's like, oh, okay, I'm a Christian too. What's the point? But, the Chris Pratt hate came out of nowhere, and so many of the Marvel cast sat here and defended this dude over nothing. Like, he didn't do anything wrong. Like, I don't feel like, unless he did do something wrong and I just didn't know about it. So another thing I noticed about this whole Brie Larson situation was that nobody in the cast defended her. I feel like Samuel L. Jackson maybe did defend her, and he was like the only person. But when Chris Pratt got like canceled or whatever, why were all these Avengers saying, oh, he's going through depression because the internet hates him? Oh, he's such a sweet guy. Why didn't y'all sit here and defend this lady? Not one person in Marvel defended this lady. Y'all came to his defense because like Twitter was like, oh, he did something. And it's like, why was there such a big double standard? I really don't understand. And like the internet tore that lady apart for months, maybe even years. Like, and she didn't even do anything. She just did an interview. That's literally just like her humor. That's how she jokes around. I don't understand the problem. Okay, so running back to that like whole Vanessa Morgan thing about pay. Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria, she was like, I can't go like 6 months without an acting job or I'll be homeless. And then that lady got tore apart. She was told that she should grow up and get a real job. But she was literally right. Y'all remember the SAG-AFTRA programs? SAG-AFTRA? You know what I'm talking about. Y'all remember those protests? They were literally asking for more pay. And it's like Sydney Sweeney said that like 2 years ago, y'all sat here and attacked this lady. I don't understand. She didn't do anything wrong. Like, I want to be actress. Like, oh wow, that's crazy. I should probably pick up a side job if I want to be actress. And it's like, I don't understand why that lady got torn apart. She literally was so ahead of her time, I feel like, in this aspect. Literally 2 years ahead of her time in this. I don't understand why she got attacked for that. It's not like she said anything wrong to anybody. She didn't say, Hollywood sucks, Hollywood did this, Hollywood did that. She literally said, I need more money or I'm going to be homeless. And it's like, yeah, like she's probably living in a mansion right now or like a really expensive apartment. So it's like living beyond her means. But it's not beyond her means because she's literally getting paid a lot. I just feel like it wasn't sustainable. But I don't understand like what she said. I don't know how that correlated to any of the hate that she got. So next we're moving on to why I decided to make this video. Rachel Zegler. So apparently Disney's doing like this remake of Snow White. I didn't hear about it. Before this whole controversy, I didn't really hear about it. I didn't understand. I just didn't know that they're making a new Snow White movie. And she said something like, oh, I didn't like Snow White. Oh, the prince is sort of a stalker. I don't think stalker was the right word to use.
I don't think he stalked her. I think he just like, he kissed a stranger that he didn't know and he found her in the forest when she was asleep. I think that's really weird. I don't think that makes it's not a stalker. He didn't say her like where's the girl at, but it's
A weird thing to do, and I think that's what she was saying. Like, it's not 1920. You can't just go around kissing strangers. I think that's what she was saying. And nobody got torn apart, saying that she shouldn't have been Snow White. They should have cast somebody that likes her. Oh, no one's gonna watch this movie because she did that. And it's like, are you for real? Like, apparently, Walt Disney didn't want this movie to like be like changed or anything. And it's like, okay, that's fine. That's like your first that's like one of the first things you did. If you want to keep that protected, you keep it protected. But that's not her fault. I feel like that was Corporation Disney's fault. That was the director's fault, and that was the writer's fault. That's not her fault for speaking. I was like, oh, I would change this about the movie. That's not. Why did that warrant so much hate? And I really tried so hard. I was like, is there something else this girl did? Was she racist? Did she do something wrong? But I couldn't find anything. Literally, all she said was, it's not 1920 anymore. Because it's not 1920. It's 2020. Like, I just didn't think it was ever that deep. Yeah, I don't understand. So thank you so much for watching this rant. I feel like I could like talk for like hours. It'd probably be like me repeating myself, but yeah, that's the rant for now. So if you have any other things that you'd like me to like rant about or talk about, let me know in the comment section and I'll do it. So yeah, have a good day everybody. Thanks for watching.